Yes, you're probably here because of the title that you read under the strapline of this thing, which is to say that there are going to be a lot of write-offs in Ireland. But it isn't clickbait, I promise you. I've been working with Motorcheck over the last while, and this has been bubbling away under the surface for a long time. But Prime Time was covering it, so I backed off a little bit, but I actually know this for a long time now. There is, in actual fact, two databases in the UK that they operate on. One's a kind of an insurance one, and one's the regular one that everybody checks. So when you're looking at a car sales website here in Ireland, you tend to see these little green ticks and these little things, reassurance things to say that these cars are okay, we stand with these cars, we've done our checks, we've done this. In actual fact, they really haven't checked that other database, which is what Motorcheck has been checking for the last while. So what we're going to do here is actually look at cars that are written off in the UK and still on sale in Ireland in full repair mode, and no one knows they're written off. Now, let me qualify this in that there's nothing illegal going on here. This is not an illegal thing to do. Repairing a car that's been crashed and then selling it on is something that's happened to cars since cars were invented. But the problem begins of when a car has been written off in the UK and then it's sold here as a car that's not written off, the value of those two cars are different. So the value of a written off car is substantially less than the value of a car that's never been crashed. And most of the cars, if not all of the cars, have actually been sold in this country as cars that are not written off in the first place because the dealer doesn't know, because the dealer is not checking that database, or because for whatever reason it just hasn't come up along the way. There's nothing illegal, and I'm not pointing fingers at dealers here in Ireland. This is something dealers probably don't even know about. So there are different levels of write-off. Category A is a vehicle that should never again appear on the road, or the frame and all the parts must be destroyed. Category B are vehicles that also must never be driven on the roads again, although some of the parts on the vehicle might be salvageable. Category C are vehicles that have suffered structural damage, possibly to the chassis or the crumple zone, but can be returned to the road if repaired correctly. And Category D is similar, though these vehicles that have been suffered no structural damage but have sustained other damage that put them beyond economic repair. Right now, you have the chance to support this channel properly, so hit the subscribe button. It really does help the channel. If you leave a like and a comment, it helps as well. These things are all free, but you can also support the channel financially if you want to, with PayPal, Patreon, and various other links down below if you want to support it that way. But everything else is free, so all you got to do is click the subscribe button and drive up those subscriber levels as quick as you can. We'll do more of these if that's the case. Anyway, right, back to normal now. So if your car is a Category C write-off in the UK, it can be repaired and be brought into the country and put on sale here, which can change its insurance value. If you crash it again here, they can check the database. This Ford Puma has been written off in the UK, Category C, and here it is for sale in a dealership in Ireland today. Okay, let's just get into the meat and bones of the thing, and we'll have a look at the cars that are actually written off on the listings on the websites. So this Passat is for sale in Ireland on an Irish reg plate. Looks very, very tidy. I don't really have a problem with the car, and the chances are the dealer doesn't know what's wrong with it. The dealer has all the key information that's there about the car. You can see every detail, including the NCT that it's passed. Everything is right. It's got a history check there. You can purchase a full report. This is the same car before it was repaired. This is the level of damage done to the car. You can see the bonnet's all twisted, the front bumpers are all missing. And of course on the interior, all of the airbags have gone off. Now, have they been replaced? We don't know. What about a nice family car? This is a Ford C-Max 2019 in good condition. It's also, well, it's been removed from the website, but it actually is still for sale. Let's have a look at what it looked at before it got to Ireland. So the damage to this one was pretty catastrophic. It's the same car. We've referenced everything through the Motorcheck system. You can see there's a lot of damage around the front of the car. But for some reason inside, the airbags didn't go off. And I don't know why, but it looks fairly clean on the inside. So that's another one for you. So this is a good example of a car listed here on Done Deal. But you can see we've marked out a couple of things on it. Like it's got a green light, and that it's actually been green light verified on the history. It's not a full history check. Here's a picture that was sent to us of the car on the side of the road. Here's the car before it ever came to Ireland. It's missing most of its front here. Can't tell from this picture what kind of damage is on it, but it's a picture and it should be looked at. This also extends onto electric cars. Here's a lovely 191 Nissan Leaf that is greenlit and ready for sale today. Guess what? That little green light tick isn't going to help you with this one, because this is the car when it was an insurance write-off. And Motorcheck has access to the database to show this. Can't tell the level of damage again, but you know, there's a massive battery under that car as well. We have to be aware of that too. So I just thought I'd show you the difference between what the Motorcheck does and what everyone else does. Here's where you see the write-off condition. You can go to the issue and it shows you here it's been written off. It's got a condition alert on the back of it. If you keep scrolling down, you can ask them to investigate the record further, which means an actual human being will go off and check more about that record along the way. You also get more information when you scroll down and you see there's a secondary part, secondary condition alert. You can investigate that too. There's other green things never been stolen. So there's nothing illegal happening here. It's just the way it's laid out in front of you. More detail on the history check as well. You can see all kinds of other information about it. This is why you pay for history checks. This is why you pay particularly for Motorcheck as well, because you get pictures of the car in its written off state if they have them on record, and they've got a record for pretty much everything. So listen, that was an interesting thing, but we're going to make it even more interesting for you. I want your reg plate. What I want you to do is send me, DM me, don't put it in a public comment at the bottom, just DM me your reg plate on your car, and I will privately come back to you and tell you about your car if I can, okay? It depends how many. I have a feeling there's going to be thousands of these, so send me your reg plate. I'll have a scan through the system. We'll get Motorcheck to have a look, and we'll see if your car was ever written off in that write-off. And if it has, we'll talk to you about it. We'll see if we can do some sort of video on it. Might do Bob's Best write-offs or something. I don't know, but we'll figure it out, okay? So send me your reg plate. I don't care about your English reg plate. I just want your reg plate, the one you currently have right now. And we'll cross-reference it with our databases and Motorcheck's database, and we'll see if we can find out if your car was ever written off at any point in its history. It's kind of a scary thought, I know. The ones I pick out, there'll be no charge for it. It's not going to cost you a penny to find out if it's there or not. And we'll just see if it's written off. But you have to prove to me that it's your car, by the way. So this is something we're not going to reference. Future cars you're thinking about importing into Ireland. Just the cars you've got in your driveway right now. And we'll see if we can find some write-offs and make another video about it. Thank you very much for watching. Please click the comment, like and share buttons on this video. And share it out because everybody needs to know about this. 35,000 written off cars are on the road in Ireland. You should be concerned about your car. You should be concerned about your kids' cars and any other cars on the road around you, because they could be, and just there is already write-offs among them. But don't regret it. Motorcheck it is the answer to this video for sure, because it's the only one that checks the database. Thank you very much for watching, and until the next time, I'll see you on the far side. It's a creaky chair.